Good afternoon, dear students. I welcome you all to today's verbal ability session. Today's verbal ability session is based on sentence improvement type of questions that are asked in verbal ability tests conducted by companies to recruit employees or in competitive exams. Sentence improvement means you are given a sentence. A part of the sentence contains an error. There are there are many options. You have to select one of the options that will improve the error and make the sentence meaningful. Okay? So from the options itself, you will understand the part of the sentence which contains an error. Right? So you are given a sentence, a part of the sentence is not correct. There may be grammatical or idiomatic error in the sentence. There are four options. From the options itself, you understand the part which contains error. So you have to select the correct option which will replace the error in the sentence and make it more meaningful. Thereby, there will be improvement in the meaning of the sentence. First question. The workers are hell bent at getting what is due to them. Am I audible to you all? One of you please unmute and reply, or you can write it in the chat box. Thank you, Sufyan. Right. So the first question is, thank you all. Thank you, Sayyid Ibrahim. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you all. So first question is, the workers are hell bent at getting what is due to them. There are four options. They are labeled as A, B, C, D. Select the correct option that will improve the sentence, right? Sufyan Pathan has already replied. All of you please attempt. All of you please attempt. Sufyan Pathan has already replied. I am waiting for the responses of all of you. Those who are present in the meeting, I know all of you are sincere and hardworking. So all of you please attempt so as you can learn. Syed Ibrahim has replied. And the answer for question number 1 is option A. That is, the workers are hell bent on getting what is due to them. Hell bent on is an idiom. When you are hell bent on something, you want to achieve it. You are determined, you are making a lot of effort to achieve your goal. So hell bent on something. My students are hell bent on scoring good marks. My students are hell bent to crack verbal ability test with flying colors. So this is the use of hell bent on. Now move to the second question, and all of you please try the second question. The second question is, when it was morning, they decided to put at and in. When it was morning, they decided to put at and in. All of you please attempt. Question number 2, select the correct option and write it in the chat box. And all of you please attempt. Syed Ibrahim has already replied. All of you please mute yourself. Syed Ibrahim has already replied. All of you please attempt. I'm waiting for more responses. All of you please attempt. Shreya Alva has replied. All of you please attempt. Ravi Kishan is absent today. All of you please attempt. Karthik has joined. Karthik, you also answer the questions. When it was morning, they decided to put at an inn. So it is a phrasal verb. The answer for question number 2 is option D. When it was morning, they decided to put up at an inn. Put up is phrasal verb. So when you put up at somewhere, it means you stay there. Right? There are so many idioms starting with put. Put on, put off, put forward, right? Put up with and put up. So put up means you stay at a particular place, right? I went to visit a colleague because he was unwell. His relatives had come and put up at his place. So put up at somewhere means to stay there, right? Put out is also an idiom. Put out means to blow and extinguish something. Extinguish matlab bujha dena. Suppose there is a flame, you blow it out or you put it out. Right. Now move to question number 3. He suggested that we should be bound by a code of conduct. Isn't it? Isn't it is question tag in this sentence. He suggested that we should be bound by a code of conduct, isn't it? Question number 3. Question number 3. He suggested that we should be bound by a code of conduct, isn't it? Sufyan Pathan, Shreya Alva, and Karthik have replied. And answer for question number 3 is option A. As I indicated before, isn't it is question tag, but this is not the right question tag. The main sentence is should. We should be bound by a code of conduct. So should is the helping verb. So your question tag also should also begin with the helping verb in the main sentence. And if the sentence is positive, question tag is negative, right? And we should also use the same pronoun that is there in the main sentence. So the pronoun in the main sentence is we. So your question tag should be shouldn't we. Why shouldn't? Because the main sentence is positive, question tag will be negative. And if there is a noun in the question tag, then we always write pronoun in the question tag. If there is noun, we select an appropriate pronoun, right? Now move to question number 4. Question number 4 is you need not come unless you want it. Prasad Kisan has joined. Prasad Kisan, please attempt question number 4. This is a sentence improvement type of question. A part of sentence contains an error. There are 4 options. From the options, you can understand the part which contain error. All of you, please attempt question number 4. You need not come unless you want to. Question number 4. Write the correct answer for question number 4. Read the options carefully and see which one of the options can replace the sentence and make it better, make its sense better. Karthik and Kisan Prasad have already replied. All of you, please attempt. All of you, please attempt. Answer for question number 4 is option A. You don't need to come unless you want to. You don't need to come unless you want to. Right? Simple present tense. Now move to question number 6. They were all shocked at his failure in the competition. They were all shocked at his failure in the competition. And if there is no improvement, you can select option E. They were all shocked at his failure in the competition. Kishan Prasad, Shreya, Karthik, Sufyan and have already replied. All of you please attempt. All of you please attempt. And answer for question number 5 is option E. Right? There is no improvement. This sentence is absolutely okay. They were all shocked at his failure in the competition. Right? Now move to question number 6. Ibrahim Khan has joined. Ibrahim, please attempt question number 6. Being a convict of fodder scam, resignation from the post was expected from him. Being a convict of fodder scam, resignation from the post was expected from him. Question number 6. There are 4 options. Please select the correct answer for question number 6. All of you please attempt. Being a convict of fodder scam, resignation from the post was expected from him. Karthik has already replied. All of you please attempt. Ibrahim Khan has replied. Kishan Prasad has replied. Prathmesh and Sufyan have replied. Shreya has replied. And answer for question number 6 is option D. No correction required. The sentence is complete and it makes complete sense. There is no error. Being a convict of fodder scam, introductory phrase to the main sentence. Resignation from the post was expected from him. Right. Now move to question number 7. Very simple question. I hope all of you will reply. Only 3/4 of the work are complete. Only 3/4 of the work is complete. All of you please attempt. There are 4 options. Select one of the options that will make the sentence grammatically accurate. There is a grammatical error in this sentence. Mohammad Rakib, please attempt questions also. Karthik, Kishan Prasad and Sufyan Pathan have already replied. All of you please attempt. Question number 7. Write the correct answer for question number 7. Prathmesh Maikar has replied. And answer for question number 7 is option C. When you talk about a period of time, a sum of money or an amount which acts as a unit, you use singular verb. So only 3/4 of the work is a unit. Only 3/4 of a work is complete, not are complete. Similarly, you can get a question like this. 17% of the work is complete, not R. Percent, it is more than one, but it refers to a unit. 30,000 rupees, 30,000 is a big amount. A period, an amount of money. 3 years is a long time, not are a long time. 3 years, a unit of time. So a period of time and amount of money, right? Take singular verb. Move to question number 8. Long sentence. All of you please attempt. Aurora Valkesh has also joined. So question number 8 is, when it was feared that the serfs might go too far and gain their freedom from serfdom, the Protestant leaders joined the princes at crushing them. Karthik has already replied. All of you please attempt. All of you please attempt. When it was feared that the serfs might go too far and gain their freedom from serfdom, the Protestant leaders joined the princes in crushing them. Join somebody in something. So join the princes in crushing them. Right? So correct answer for question number 8 is option B. Right? Now move to question number 9. Question number 9. The record for the biggest tiger hunt has not been met since 1911, when Lord Hardinge, then Viceroy of India, shot a tiger that measured 11 feet and 6 inches. It is not Dan measure, but it is that measure. There is a small correction. It is that measure. The record for the biggest tiger hunt has not been met since 1911, when Lord Hardinge, then Viceroy of India, shot a tiger that measured 11 feet and 6 inches. All of you please attempt. All of you please attempt. Adil Sheikh has written. Shreya has replied. Karthik, Ibrahim Khan and Kisan Prasad have replied. And answer for question number 9 is option B. Right? The record for the biggest tiger hunt was not broken, has not been broken. The record is broken and record is set. Somebody sets the record and the same record is broken by somebody who surpasses him or her. So the record for the biggest tiger hunt has not been broken since 1911 and all that. So the correct option is option B. So you must understand, somebody sets a record and the other person breaks that by overdoing him or her or by surpassing him or her. Now move to question number 10. Very simple question. All of you will Reply it. I am damn sure about it. I took the cycle which he bought yesterday. Very simple question, right? All of you please attempt. I took the cycle which he bought yesterday. There is grammatical error in this sentence. Karthik has already replied. I took the cycle which he bought yesterday. All of you please attempt. Karthik, Shreya, Alva and Pratmesh have already replied. All of you please attempt. And you always get this kind of question in verbal ability test. Mohammad Rakib, Kisan Prasad have replied. Saqib Naushad has replied. And answer for question number 10 is option B. The sentence refers to two past actions. When there are two past actions in the same sentence, the first past action is written in past perfect tense and second past action is written in simple past tense. So there are two past actions, the action of buying the cycle and I took the cycle. So first, the cycle was bought. So that action will be written in past perfect tense. Past perfect tense means subject plus had plus past participle form of the verb. And simple past tense is subject plus simple past tense. Subject plus past tense. So I took the cycle which he had bought yesterday. So the answer for question number 10 is option B. Rizwan Sheikh has joined. Rizwan Sheikh attempt question number 11. It is a sentence completion type of question, not spotting error question or sentence improvement question. There is a blank space in the sentence and you have to select the correct option that will complete the sense of the sentence. He was blank his rheumatism by a specialist. Rheumatism is a disease. It is related to bone. Karthik, Sufyan Pathan, Shreya Alwa, Muhammad Rakib, and Saqib Naushad have already replied. So he was cured of his rheumatism by a specialist. He was cured of, right? So it is, there are certain verbs that take a fixed and specific preposition. You always say cured of, not cured from or cured with. So answer is option A. Now move to question number 12, a little challenging question. And all of you please be alert and attempt this question. The question is, the people of the ancient Assyrian Empire were renowned warriors, although they also crafted some of the best preserved ancient art. There are five options. All of you please read the options carefully and see which option can make the sentence better by removing its error. Question number 12. All of you please attempt. Karthik, Pratmesh, Kisan Prasad and Sufyan Pathan have already replied. All of you please attempt. So answer for question number 12 is option C. The people of ancient Assyrian Empire were renowned warriors and also crafted some of the best preserved ancient art. So they were warriors as well as they had great interest in art. Now move to question number 13. A little challenging but very easy question. India is at fourth globally in this category. This is a huge achievement, and the government and the securities market regulator deserve credit. There are four options. Select the correct option, and the part that contains error has been highlighted this time. It is underlined. All of you, please attempt. All of you, please attempt. Kisan Prasad has replied. All of you, please attempt. India is at question number 13. India is at the fourth position, not at four, is at the fourth position. So correct answer for question number 13 is option B. The sentence is long one, but it's a simple question. Now move to question number 14. Media reports quoted Home Ministry data suggest that in 2014 there were 113 incidents of crime against foreign tourists in New Delhi alone. A little tricky question, but I hope you all can do it. There is no response. Karthik has replied. Sufyan Pathan and Kisan Prasad have replied. Answer for question of 14 is option D. Media reports quoting Home Ministry data suggest that in 2014 there were 113 incidents of crime against foreign tourists in New Delhi alone. So the main sentence is media reports suggest. Additional information is quoting Home Ministry data. Right? So it is not quoted but quoting. Right? So option D is the correct answer for question number 14. Now move to question number 15. It is time the government gives the same importance to the World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report it does for the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking. There is a small error, and the part in the that contains error is underlined. So you have to replace the underlined part with one of the options so as the meaning of the sentence is conveyed without any error. Sufyan Pathan has responded. All of you please attempt. Okay, Sufyan changed his option. Saqib Naushad and Ibrahim Khan have replied. All of you please attempt. Ratmesh has replied. And correct answer for question number 15 is answer option D. As it does too. The first part of the sentence is, it is time the government gives the same importance to a particular organization as it does to, not for, as it does to. So option D is correct. Now move to question number 16. Very simple question. Will you kindly open the knot? There are four options. You have to select one of the options that will improve the sentence structure and make it error free. If there is no error, you can select option D. Saqib Naushad and Karthik have replied. Saqib Naushad and Karthik have replied. Sufyan Pathan has replied. So you can tie a knot or untie it. So will you kindly untie the knot? Right? So the correct answer is option A. Now move to question number 17. Very simple question, but then too, students get confused and commit mistakes. John had told me that he hasn't done it yet. There is a concept of sequence of sentences. This question belongs to that rule. All of you please attempt. Karthik has replied. All of you please mute yourself. Saqib Naushad has replied. Saqib Naushad has replied. All of you please attempt. And answer for Shreya Alva, Kisan Prasad have replied. And answer for question number 17 is option B, not D. There is an error. If there are two clauses in the sentence, John had told me what, that he hasn't done it yet. So he hasn't done it yet is subordinate clause, that he hasn't done it yet. So if the main clause is past tense, subordinate clause should also be past tense. So if the subordinate clause is present tense, it means main clause should also be present. So tells John tells me that he hasn't done it yet. Right? So this is that kind of error. Now move to question number 18. All of you attempt it quickly. He is too important for tolerating any delay. He is too weak to walk. He is so weak that he cannot walk. So he is too important to tolerate, not for tolerating. He is so intelligent to solve the question. He is too intelligent to find out the mistakes. Right? So the answer for question number 18 is option A. Now move to question number 19. Why did you not throw the bag away? Very simple question. I hope all of you will reply. This is simple past tense, interrogative sentence. You use did plus present tense of the verb. So why did you not throw the bag away? So option A is correct answer. And last question, I could not help to laugh at the joke. I could not help laugh at the joke. I could not help laughing at the joke. So could not help laughing, could not help playing means when you cannot or could not help means you cannot prevent yourself. Shreya has raised hand. Is there any problem, Shreya? Please write your problem in the query box.